after a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Friday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando. Then on Sunday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And you know, for that matchup with Denver, it's going to be game number 4 for them during the start of this NBA campaign. They'll want to get off to a hot start to the year.
So the Nets starting 5. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Cam Thomas is out there with Russell. And it's Williams at the small forward. And for the Hawks, the front court is Rizushea and Johnson. Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Okongwu in at the 5. Back to Young. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Claxton.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And making his 3rd All-Star appearance last season, Trae Young, a guy who is filled with so much skill in elite play.
Well, look, Trae Young may be as much fun to watch, Kevin, as any player in this league. With his quickness, with his shooting range, and he is as creative a passer as anyone I have ever seen.
He is fun to watch, isn't he?
He really is.
Johnson, that's for 2. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Atlanta's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Into the lane.
Quick burst in close from Daniels for the bucket.
The Nets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Russell passes to Claxton. Now here's Williams for the 3. And the 3 ball is good.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Young from outside. Brooklyn with the rebound. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Here's Thomas. Okongwu grabs the board. Hawks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. It's Young on the wing. Lays it up off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Hawks lead by 2. 2K Sports back in a... Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. We've got Sharp. Martin is out there with Johnson. Then it's Williams. And it's Clowney in at the 4 spot. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks. Tyson Daniels comes in for Mann. And the Nets making a change here as well. Wilson, he's checked in for Martin. And he's good on the 3 ball.
A shot Dyson continues to work on. When he's locked in from deep, he's tough to defend.
Johnson kicks to Williams. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Williams has got 8 points.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
On the wing, Daniels. The 3. It's good from long range. Daniels has got the lead up to 5 now for the Hawks.
Well, that's his third three-pointer in this game, and 2 of those came in the second, so he might be heating up.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Atlanta making some changes. Jalen Johnson comes in for Georges Niang. And it's Reza Shea in for Young. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Thomas gets a wide open look, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Reza Shea with it. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Hawks on top. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And what about you guys? Did you like to look ahead on the schedule, or did you take the one game at a time approach? Well, and let's discuss the first half. So far, Atlanta's in a close one.
They're hitting at a high clip. Some shots have been wide open, sometimes.
And that about wraps.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
You're right. What a performance. Hey, Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Trae Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Reza Shea in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Okongwu down low. Claxton's there. Russell feeling it out a bit. Pass to Johnson. Outside Russell. Thomas. A slam dunk by Thomas.
Getting everyone involved. Russell operating the offense like a seasoned vet.
A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Young finds Johnson. And Okongwu has it in the corner. Shot clock at 6. And that one's good. Reza Shea.
And such a nice stroke for a rookie. Reza Shea looking like a polished shooter already.
Here's Thomas. He has 6. Screen by Claxton. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Thomas.
And really just when the fans were starting to get into this game, how about the silencer at the other end for a potential game-saving 3?
And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Cam Thomas is out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. And that one's good. Reza Shea.
That's a great sign for Reza Shea, proving he can handle the physicality of the NBA.
Here's Thomas. Rebound, Atlanta. Johnson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Three-pointer, Daniels. Rebounded by the Nets. Claxton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Thomas outside. Again, Thomas missing.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
They get it again. And Daniels up top. He's guarded by Williams. Okongwu with a screen on Johnson. Here's Risacher. Here's Okongwu. That shot missing. Good defense by Claxton. There's Williams. And the Nets miss again. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Atlanta Hawks. Here in the 4th quarter, the defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
And look, Daniels knows he has to keep working on his jumper. And these kind of shots only improve his confidence.
Outside Thomas. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
Well, you wonder why we're seeing so many points tonight. Just look at the D.
Not a lot of resistance, and trying to just outscore other teams, generally not the best recipe for long-term success.
Three-pointer, Daniels. Johnson with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And so they foul intentionally.
His first, team second.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker.
Looking like your classic wing. Zachary Risacher is 6'8", long, and can hit threes. A real modern swingman.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They trail by 5. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul. Now, you guys know I love analytics, but I still like the mid-range, especially when he's taking the shot.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Great work at the line under pressure. They're that much closer to putting this game away.
It's Thomas outside. Rebounded by the Hawks. And an intentional foul right there. It's the first. That increases their lead to 6. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. And a deep 3 from Russell. That doesn't fall. Can't drop his first shot. And so it's Atlanta with the W. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one